Hi, beautiful people. Today we have arrived at the third part of our premium course, the Release the Spring of Light Within. I just want to tell you that whatever happens and whatever is in your mind, you can always come to me. You know where to find me. Just come find me and tell me what ails you, or tell me if you want to talk about something. So I am always there. Okay, let's get on with the third part of this wonderful course. We are going to talk about contracts and tasks. With the golden era, well, I am sure by now you understand what the golden era is, but just in case you don't, it is the time, excuse me, it is the time after the galactic quantum leap on the 28th of December 2012, when the great cycle of humanity finished with the 5 sun ages. So now we are in the golden era. And with this golden era, a new kind of life beckoned. First, high frequency energy comes from the reigning Uranus, and pre-written life path is reduced to contracts and tasks. Everything happens in order to save the planet and humanity with it. Earth is an old planet that needs uplifting and rejuvenation to get back on its original course within the solar system. The weight of responsibility is on the shoulder of humanity. Earthlings need to understand this responsibility and bear it. Decisions have to be made daily. Undecided situations hold the machinery of happening and the energy exchange. It scatters the seeds of doubt in the immediate vicinity that spreads insecurity further, until someone with strength and conviction steps up and stops the epidemic. Think about it. Furthermore, if you do not make the decision, somebody else will step in and make it for you. Because without decision, the world stops. Governments, world organizations work similarly. We get angry with politicians when they make decisions we do not like. However, we give them the power and let them do what they want. Therefore, the responsibility falls back on us. Contracts are usually connected the evolution of the soul. It could be a romantic relationship, friendship, workmanship, or just an acquaintance passing through. Whichever it is, teaching and learning are involved. When contracts are sealed, they cannot be broken. In some cases, a party or parties are allowed to get out of them in exchange for some hardship as a learning substitute, and there are rare occasions when there is no punishment attached to the broken contract. Task is the special duty you sign up for prior to descent. It always goes further and directly adds to the universe. Naturally, working with the universe comes with personal evolution, but in these cases, the pure aim is to further the macrocosm. Contracts and tasks are written and possible to look at them with a guided tour. We will learn more more about the subject at a later stage. Well, now it is time to do your beadboard meditation. I am not going to tell you the meditation again, but please refer to your earlier lessons in the course, so you will find it. Your experience should be jotted down in your journal, and if you wish to submit it to me, I would be very happy to read it and evaluate it. Apart from that, there is time for a practice. There is a question I would like you to answer. What kind of changes would you like to implement on Earth to make it a better place? What is a good living environment for you? How can you personally improve your environment? As a note, few things you need to bear in mind with this exercise. Prior to your descent, you have chosen the place and the family where you are. Also, there is no point saying phrases like, I dream about world peace and good health and wealth. These words are illusions, and dreaming is idle unless you make an effort and put your thoughts into practice. So, in this light, please do answer the question. And again, if you wish, you can submit it to me, so I would look at them. The next step in the course is the soul, its origin and earthly life. I am sure you are so excited about that. In order to understand the subject, one needs to arrive at the conclusion that souls live all over in the universe. However, physical body is only needed on Earth and on the other 15 Earth-like planets. Star gateways are also placed where dense body forms might be used. You will find that certain subjects pop back into the education cycle in AKIA. At the beginning, passwords are given to you with basic information. As your horizon is widening, you are able to take in more about the subject already familiar to you. Let us get back to the soul. As we have already established, everything is energy in the universe. As such, everything possesses all the characteristics of the energy in the physical sense. These are color, smell, substance, taste, sound and speed, frequency, and polarity. Apart from polarity, the rest of the data makes up the real essence of the soul. These are the past lives, the learned and unsolved lessons, emotional experiences, way of thinking, and evolutionary state, and also the momentary thoughts and the physical status of the bearer. In the case of earthlings, the physical body becomes the part of the soul and works as a mirror and reminder. Together, they make up the unique knowledge that identifies the soul and the human being. These are the vibes psychics pick upon and others relate to. Here, I would like to mention that every soul living on Earth as an earthling has psychic power. The degree depends on the spiritual development of the soul. And spiritual development has nothing to do with religions, just in case you don't remember. The earthly life of the soul starts long before descending. Either the soul chooses to spend some time on earth or is sent down to accomplish a particular task. There are several arrangements to be made. Similarly, to conscious development on earth, an aim is needed to draw the road. All aims are connected to emotions, and emotions exist due to the physical body. Think about it. What would life be without the physical body? Everything we do and call living is connected to it. Without physical body, the soul cannot survive on Earth. There is a strong magnetic pull from the planet that imprisons everything within. Due to this dense aura, the pure energy of the universe, what souls feed on is not accessible from Earth. Therefore, a link is needed through which the prana, the life force, could reach us. This link is the physical body that extracts the nourishment from other organic energies like vegetation and animals. The digestive system is the most complex chemical plant known to earthlings. There is also a need for producing little bodies for new souls wishing to come down here. The physical body is the key to the lessons in Earth School. Everything we do, think, or say is related to it one way or another. It is the tool we use for experiencing and learning. It is the channel between the macro and the microcosms, as well as between the conscious and the subconscious. Well, let me just give you two words about the conscious and the subconscious. The conscious is the brain, actually, where we store certain experiences and thoughts. And the subconscious is where the knowledge filters over from the universe, actually. So these are the two storage places we really need to talk about. During earthly living, the soul needs to learn to use the physical body as a bridge between the two planes, again, between the conscious and the subconscious, discover the extraordinary deeds it is capable of, and understand that prophets' mythologies, Buddha, Moses, Jesus are true, not because they are the sons of God or in any way chosen, but because they symbolize the true potentials of a human being. After all, we are all children of God, so to speak, or of course the creation or the creator force, or as I would say, we come from the same source with very similar subconscious knowledge. It is very interesting to observe how very little we know our physical body. I am not talking about the erotic zones, we do not really understand them either, but simple tasks like walking, carrying things, posture, use muscles, chew, eat, and so on. And since general education mainly focuses on consumerism, many people end up with a bone problem, posture disorders, and distorted body. Also important to know that even the best exercise only works well with perfect bones and muscles. The way you talk, the way you hold yourself is the mirror of your behavior pattern and comprehensive and comprehension of the whole lot, of course. There is a practice again you need to do. The question you answer. How your everyday deeds and thoughts relate to your physical body. Give 20 examples. Is there anything in life you cannot connect with it? Note, this exercise might seem easy. However, finding relations between feelings and thoughts need deep thinking and understanding. Everything has a cause behind the scene, and the cause has yet another cause, and so on. Of course, jot down all your experiences, and you can submit it if you wish. Another practice for you. Examine your body and your habits related to it, such as stamping, fidgeting, learning, gestures, and so on. What do they mean? What emotion are they related to? Well, let's talk about energy interrelations as the next step. As a reminder, I mentioned that everything in the universe is energy, either organic or non-organic. Organic energies are able to reproduce, while non-organic cannot. When I say reproduce, I think of healing and tissue reproduction as happens with living creatures. The data, such as speed, frequency, fragrance, taste, substance, color, and sound of an energy are interrelated and mirror the behavior pattern of the energy. Together, they show the knowledge and the evolutionary level of the object or subject in question. As an example, a denser substance would have darker colors and lower sound, while higher frequency would produce lighter colors and higher sounds. Apart from the above-mentioned features, every energy mass has polarity. It is either positive or negative, depending on the segment structure of the unit. Please bear in mind that positive and negative polarity energy doesn't in any way equal to the colloquial terms used very often today. Positive energy is not better or worse than negative. I never fully understand what people mean by these phrases. They cannot be substitutions for good or bad, for a positive result of any kind of medical office confirms that something is not right, and they might be accompanied with pain and suffering. On the other hand, there is no good or bad in total clarity anywhere. For where is good, there is bad. The two poles are in everything. Good and bad people do not exist. The equal amount of opposite resides in everything. Due to the spiritual development of the certain energy, one of the poles would become stronger. It is also important to understand that good or bad are individual viewpoints. What is good for you might be very bad for somebody else, and what seemed to be good today might be disastrous tomorrow. Everything happens for a reason, and everybody always gives 100% of his or her abilities at every given moment. Reasoning such as, I could have done it better, has no place in life. It is the result of the brain, not the mind. Fear. Although we come up with the most colorful explanation for our misfortune or mishaps in life, they are due to only one thing, and it is fear. The problem starts with education. When we come across words like misfortune and mishaps, both means that powers out of reach, control and understanding are playing tricks on us, and we have no ways to foresee or deal with them. I do not want to sound bold to suggest that you are able to control everything. Far from it. I only say that the more you know, the more you are able to see and influences beyond your control. However, control comes from understanding, and the source of this is knowledge. In the universe, there is nothing that cannot be understood or related to earthly existence. As above, so below, goes the saying that made Hermes Trismegistus so famous and immortal. I think I need to say a few words about Hermes Trismegistus. You might have heard about Hermes as such. Well, his whole given name is Hermes Trismegistus. However, he wasn't Greek in any way and never, ever been a Christian. He was Imhotep, the architect of Saqqara Learning Center in Egypt. It was far before Christianity or any kind of mass religious structures. However, the Greeks learned a lot from the ancient Egyptian fires, and they decided to name Imhotep Hermes, mostly because the Greek god Hermes is a messenger bringing in the knowledge from the universe. And Trismegistus really means that 3 times great, because he was a great architect, he was a genius healer, and also he was a wonderful astrologer. So that's about Hermes Trismegistus, okay? And he was saying, as above, so below. Again, it doesn't work with the meaning of the phrase used nowadays. People are just saying it, as above, so below. But the as above, so below means the interrelations between the macro and the microcosm. If you want to know more about it, you can join my Facebook group, Sparkle, Ignite, Luminate, where I have a lecture about as above, so below every Tuesday. So you can do that, yeah? Let us stop here for a moment and think about the sentence. What is the above and the below? Well, I told you already, but then again, I want you to put it into your words. What does it mean? Do you have any example in mind? Getting back to fear, it is the greatest enemy of humanity. It is the enemy very difficult to fight for it is within us. We nurture it, and it feeds on us. The longer it is nurtured, the more it eats, and the weaker you become, until one day it takes over and uses you for food. As with everything, it is easy to deal with fear if you understand where it is and know how to do it. Fear, as all other feelings, derives from the mind. It is a result of not knowing or not understanding something. If you think about it, we are afraid because we do not know what will happen. We are afraid of the unknown. If it is unknown, what are we afraid of exactly? That's a great question. Fear is an illusion that poisons life. It gets into the mind unnoticed and spreads there, taking over more and more space until it stops and turns around or consumes your life. Practice. Again, some question for you. Grab some paper and pen. Start writing down what are you afraid of. Why do you fear those events? Is there a thought form behind it? Upbringing, tradition, education. When you've finished, please think about solutions to eliminate your fear. Another practice for you, observe people around you. What are their fears? How do they tackle them? Now we are going to do a meditation to release the fear. I am just telling you the meditation. I am not guiding it. So you need to take note of the meditation and do it in your own pace. So sit down comfortably with straight back, your feet on the ground. Harmonize your breathing by inhaling for the count of 3 and exhaling for the count of 3. 1, 2, 3 in, 1, 2, 3 out. 1, 2, 3 in, 1, 2, 3 out. Keep going for about a minute. Then, while you continue with the rhythm of your breathing, open your crown chakra and let the golden energy of the universe into your body. Release it through the heart chakra to draw the path. Follow the golden thread of energy, observing the walk, and take note of all the experiences. You arrive to a large lake. Step on the water very carefully and start walking on it gracefully with your back straight and your head up. Gaze on the endless water in the distance and listen to what it says. Without warning, at a step, the water sucks you in and you go through a channel to find yourself in an underwater palace. As you look around, there is a wardrobe on your left. Open it up and take an outfit to change into. As you walk from room to room, Spend some time in every one of them and listen to your thoughts. Enter into conversation with anybody popping in. At the end, you arrive at a big hall full of interestingly dressed human-like souls. There is a celebration going on. Take part in it, mingle, and enjoy. When you decide to leave, go back to the end of the building. Change your clothing and step into the water as it opens up to allow you to surface. Walk back to the shore. Find the golden path that leads you to your earthly existence. Pull back the golden thread and release it through the crown chakra. Thank the universe for the help and experience. All your experiences on the journey should be written down in your journal. I just want to remind you that your journal cannot be on any gadget you are having, but you have to write it down with pen and paper. It's not being old-fashioned, but because forming the letters by your fingers make it conscious in your mind. Well, enjoy today's lecture and hopefully see you at the next one. Take good care, all the wonders.